Hey everyone, my name's Lewis, and recently over here on the channel I've been doing what I like to call Silent Hill September, where for the month of September I've been playing nothing but, well, Silent Hill, and we're going to be ranking them all today. So before we get into the list, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to comment down below your favourite Silent Hill game. Silent Hill 1 came out in 1999 on the PlayStation 1. Now I was born in 1994, so I was only a little baby boy when it came out, so I never really played it. Shamefully, I'll admit, this month was the first time I ever played Silent Hill 1.
It's like this is all some kind of bad dream.
And I've got to admit, it's pretty good.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Granted, the graphics are a little outdated and the controls are kinda janky, and finding a way to play it was quite challenging, because the scariest thing about Silent Hill 1 is the price of Silent Hill 1 at the moment. But if you're okay with emulating it, I do highly recommend playing it. It has this really cheesy, nostalgic feel to it, and I can see why it became such a big staple in the horror franchise. And it's a good game, and it was the one to start it all, so I'm gonna put it here at A. Next game, Silent Hill 2. Dude, crush that shit up and put it right into my veins. Roll it up and shove it in my ass. This game is good. You don't need me to tell you how good Silent Hill 2 is, because I think I speak for everyone when I say it's good.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill.
It's crazy how much of a huge technological jump it went from Silent Hill 1 on the PlayStation 1 to Silent Hill 2 on the PlayStation 2. The graphics are better, the combat is better, the movement is more fluid, and the story, chef's kiss. The psychological horror aspect that they went for this story with the character of James, it just has you on your edge of your seat for like the whole entire game. Silent Hill 2 is going to comfortably sit up here at the S rank, and I'm going to put the remake right here next to it because I don't think it's better, but I also don't think it's worse. And whoever done the voice for James in the remake, hang on, Luke Roberts, give that man a damn Oscar because he nailed the role of James in the remake. So yeah, I'm gonna stick it up here with the original. Silent Hill 3. This one might ruffle a few feathers and piss a few people off. I wasn't a huge fan of Silent Hill 3. Now, I know, I can hear you all yelling at me in the comments, but it's a direct sequel to Silent Hill 1. I know, okay. And don't get me wrong, Heather is an interesting character. I really liked her kind of I don't give a shit attitude to everything that's happening around her, but I felt like the whole idea of the game was just Konami's way of expanding the lore on the cult, and a lot of it started to just really groan on, and it was things that could have been explained in just a note. So for that reason, I'm going to put Silent Hill 3 at C, but Heather is an S, just saying. Silent Hill 4. Silent Hill 4 is a good game. I see so much hate online towards Silent Hill 4 and I never really understood why. You can clearly see that PT took inspiration from Silent Hill 4, how like the room changes depending on where you are in the story and what's happening around you. The story follows Henry Townsend, who's trapped in his apartment building which is linked to a cultist serial killer named Walter Sullivan. Now Walter, besides James, is probably one of my favourite characters from across the Silent Hill franchise. I just think his weird ideologies, it's just so interesting. But there's one thing that every gamer hates, and no, it's not that yoga mission from GTA 5. I actually quite like that mission. No, it's escorting missions. And the whole last half of this game is just escorting Eileen through levels that you've already done. So this game would have been a little bit higher on my list if it wasn't for like the last like half of the game. So because of all of that, I'm gonna put it here, A, with the original. Cue the angry comments. Silent Hill Homecoming. First, I'd like to save you all a little bit of money. Do not buy this game on Steam. I bought this game and I had nothing but game crashes. Every loading screen the game would crash, the audio wouldn't work, the game wouldn't even register my monitors. And at first I thought, is it an issue with my PC? But then I looked at the Steam reviews and I realised that I wasn't the only person having this issue. So I do urge you, if you really do want to play Homecoming, please just find a way to emulate it or play it on its original release. But that being said, Homecoming is one of those games where it's like polishing a dog turd. It doesn't look bad. The story lacks a lot. It's very linear, it's very boring. The combat changed it up a little bit in Homecoming, which was good. It started to feel more challenging doing boss fights, and the atmosphere in Homecoming is fantastic. They made the town of Silent Hill feel eerie, creepy, but the character models are cursed, and everything about the game just So, Homecoming, I'm gonna put it here at D. Moving on. So, I may have lied to you in the beginning. I didn't play every Silent Hill game this month, and I know, I'm sorry, I betrayed you. I didn't play Downpour, Shattered Memories, or Origins, and it was purely because it's such a bitch to record using emulators, and I kinda wanted to be playing F on the release date. I have played them, but it was many moons ago, and it feels unfair to put them on this list today. So let me know down in the comments where you would put those three in this list. PT. Woo-wee! PT, or what it was originally planned to be called, Silent Hills. This was Kojima's last hurrah before his inevitable split with Konami. Kojima really wanted to take Silent Hill into the future with a lot more trippy psychological horror ideas. PT absolutely took the world by storm because at the time there was no horror game like it. It's a simple loop mechanic. You're in this one apartment building, you loop round, and every time you loop round something changes, something spookier happens. No game was doing that sort of thing at the time, and now nearly every horror game you see on Steam is some sort of PT style clone. And it's a shame PlayStation took it down off the PlayStation Store, because I really wanted to play it this month, but you need an old PlayStation 4 with PT already installed, and I've seen these go on eBay from anywhere between £200 to £700. But with Norman Reedus as his frontman, Silent Hills eventually became Kojima's Death Stranding. PT made a huge impact on not only horror games in general, but it had us still questioning to this day what a Kojima Silent Hill would be like. And for that reason alone, I'm putting this at S tier rank because it's Kojima's absolute cinema. Silent Hill The Short Message is a bit of a weird one. It's just a walking sim, and it has a pretty depressing story. As a Silent Hill game, it's not very fun. The characters are bland, the story's bland. There's one monster, I guess you want to call it, made out of flowers, and it chases you every now and then. But that's really all there is to it. The only redeeming thing about Silent Hill The Short Message is that it's free. So, I mean, check it out. I'd recommend it. You're not going to lose any money. You may lose about 2 hours of your time as it's a very short game, but do it. Check it out. I'm not going to rate this very high because it's not really a game. It is technically an entry into the Silent Hill series, but I'm going to stick it here at D. And last but not least, the newest entry into the Silent Hill franchise, Silent Hill F. Whew, boy, do I have a lot to say about this game.
What does the decimeter say?
3.6 Röntgen, but that's as high as the meter.
3.6. Not great, not terrible.
Not great, but not terrible is really the only words I can use to describe this game. We knew from announcement that this game wasn't going to be set in Silent Hill. We were told that it was going to be set in 1960s Japan. Now that left a lot of people skeptical, But this game feels like Konami have just made whatever game they wanted and slapped the Silent Hill franchise name on it. Personally, I feel this was the wrong move for Konami because this does not feel like a Silent Hill game. However, this isn't particularly a bad thing because it is a good game. The combat is very different and unique. It can feel clunky at times, but it felt challenging. The boss fights felt more like a challenge to fight them than just wait, swing. There was dodging mechanics, there was power-ups. The story was interesting, confusing, but that's Konami in a nutshell. The characters were bland, not really memorable, but they also weren't annoying. The horror aspects were good. There was some really graphic scenes. Some of the monsters were a bit plain. The way they moved were creepy. They looked not as creepy. The sound effects were creepy. So the horror was very up and down. I really do think they should have made this game, but then changed the title to a new IP, create a new franchise, because there was some really good ideas floating around. It seems like they just slapped the Silent Hill title on it to make a little bit more sales. So because it's not bad, but it's not good, I'm going to put it here at B, even though it technically doesn't belong on this list, because it's not a Silent Hill game. Anyways guys, that's my tier list, and like with any of these things, these are my personal opinions. So like I said, let me know down in the comments where you would rank all the games in the Silent Hill franchise. A huge thank you to anyone who watched any of my Silent Hill September videos. I'll leave the link in the description below if you want to check those out. So don't forget to click that subscribe button for more horror games, more nostalgia, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.